Exchange, open mic. Perhaps you just came for dinner. You're like, oh, it's a nice quiet dinner at Neir's. But you came on open mic. You're welcome to be here. We're so glad to see you. Thank you. At the bar. The list is open. Neir's Tavern. Might be your local bar, but it also happens to be one of the oldest bars in New York City, established all the way back in 1829. This bar has been open for 194 years. On October 5th, we will be celebrating the 195th anniversary of Neir's Tavern. There will be a huge block party, bouncy things for the kids, fun things, games, prizes, and wonderful things will be happening. If you look around, there's calendars of all the fabulous events. There's a comedy night, there's a Saturday brunch, there's other things like history night happening as well. I'm very glad you're here. And maybe you think like, yo, this is an open mic. Where is everybody? You guys are here, and I love you for being here. And it's going to be a fabulous night. We're going to have some fun and some good times. So, the Muse Exchange has been going on for almost 10, 13 years now. And we are a national open mic. We've got open mics in Long Island. We've got open mics all the way out in Nevada City, California. And we've got one right here. And tonight we have a community Muse collage. Let me just show you what we do. For those of you who can't see in the back, you can participate. This is a piece of art that we all create together. You can come up. We've got scissors, we've got glue, we've got many fabulous things for you to make these wonderful collages. Everything you need is over there. You can join us. It needs some love. As you can see, we just started. We'll see what happens. But I encourage you, even if you're not here to read poetry, I encourage you, Kazoo Daddy, what's up, man? How's it going? Woo! I encourage you to feel free to engage with this evening. And by engage, I mean listen, put your hearts out there. See what the people are going to say, because when someone comes up here, they're telling you something about their experience on this planet as living, thinking beings. And we all go through so much in a day, right? Who knows what you do? Everyone's got their own things going on, but no one, not even your closest friend or lover or wife or husband, whoever, is ever going to know everything that happens to you during a day. And so much happens during a day, right? And sometimes we just need to step out of all the madness and craziness that's happening and take a breather and slow things down. So I'm glad you're here tonight, because that's what we're going to do. Hopefully you'll see some things that inspire you. And maybe you'll go home and maybe you'll be like, you know what, I want to write again. Or maybe you want to draw, or maybe you want to paint a picture, or knit something, or play soccer or whatever. Do something creative. It helps us understand who we are here on this planet. All right.
Yeah.
Having said that, I'll go over a little of the what's going to happen tonight. So we've got a nice little intimate crowd here. So we're not too many time limits, but I would say 5-6 minutes. We'll all get a chance to come around again. At the end, we do a little word jam, bring out the guitars. I got some instruments for everybody, and we mess around and see what happens. Get a little strange. Woo! And I don't really give any other rules. I think everybody knows. Don't be a dick is the main one. I don't think anyone's going to be, so we don't have to worry about that. But life just keeps happening. It's the 23rd anniversary of September 11th. Yeah. Here we are. And these days can just end up passing by. But it was a moment in time that was pretty intense. And we're facing those now, and every day someone goes through something different. Just lost a friend. Very young. He was a poet. He was in the community, and just starting to come around. I was just starting to get to know him. I feel like this just happened several months ago too. There was another person, but this one, Peter Ward, was a poet. He was a writer. He was a historian, and he just passed away very suddenly. And I was just getting ready to engage more with him. So if you have something you want to say to someone, don't wait. Don't wait. Just let them know. You know, what's the worst that's going to happen? You're going to say, I hate you, get out of here. It's not going to happen. They'll appreciate it. So this is one of the poems he wrote. It was a gardening group, and he was making observations. He was a very observant fellow. And I hope I do his poem justice. The poetry of a gardening group. According to the moon, now is the time to prune. Not fruit trees, but others will do well, according to the moon. Check the farmer's almanac for when it's best to prune. A trim will do you well. Or, if you are in tune, prune according to the moon. According to the moon, they say, your plants will come in stronger, and they will flower longer. They say you can always tell when you trim and prune, according to the moon. According to the moon. Thank you.
Woo!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to kick this thing off. We've got a fabulous poet coming up. I'm very excited. This is her first time here. But she's like, I've seen her read poetry before, and I'm very excited to have her here. Let's give a big hand for Ashley Escobar! Yeah. Oh, yeah. Woo.
Thanks for hosting this open mic. This is great. I'm glad to be here. So I have 3 new poems to share today.
You should.
The first one is called Baby Milk. Accused of limerence, driftwood sliding down my back, changing my psychogeography. I walk up 7th Ave instead of toward our Freedom Tower. Mom sent me a card of a Mary Oliver poem, while Matt palms my entire face with his world. I envy those few sweet seconds of release.
Woo!
This one is called September. I am not a mimetic mean chamber, but a girl, a real girl. Automation made me a blowjob queen, buy it on a t-shirt. Reconstruct ruins, tell me all about the last time we reached forever. In front of Daddy-O's, milkshake vomit between our feet, gasoline rainbow, paradise embracing, slut academia turned age gap autumn. I loved watching the season change with everyone I knew. And my last one is called The Prodigal Daughter of California. Spending too little time in California, she feels as though I've disowned her. Fog-kissed skin, poolside cherry cola, say no to desserts, yes to another kiss. Trim my bangs over the sink, learning to say sure thing. I used to want to be chill. Pocket seashell gramophone, landslide heaven, a run-on sentence. Baby leopard maxi dress, best friend's car in a golden hour breeze. Skimpy hibiscus thong bikini. Sometimes you see something like a bus bench on an empty street and you think of the suburbs falling. Barney's closing, going out of business. Sale, escalator to the penthouse bar. Cigarette in one hand, martini in the other. In case of an earthquake, you can kiss me at the Chateau Marmont. Thank you.
All right, another newcomer to the Muse Exchange. Let's give a big, warm welcome to Pretty Fresh Poe.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
All right, that wasn't that great. Hi. All right then. So I'm gonna read a couple of poems tonight. Most of them are haikus, so they're really short, and then I have one at the end. So I created my own haiku, so it's not like 357 or what is it, 575 or whatever it is. It's 7 lines, and I don't explain my poems. So however it resonates with you is what it is. So this first poem, thank you, where's that? Is entitled Empress. The Queen of Queens, a journey most can't comprehend, a lifestyle most couldn't survive, experiences refine me, more than a diamond, my value can't be understood, I do what they wish they could. Thank you. Woo! This next poem is also a haiku, and it is entitled Center Stage. I am the only character. Y'all give unnamed NPCs. I'm too fly. So I stay looking down on you bitches. My evolution is infinite. A below average human could never understand my value. Got the nerve to be mad because I don't want to talk to y'all. Thank you. Woo! Okay, this is my last haiku before I read a longer poem. And this one is called Houdini. I told you, now it's time to show you. You motherfuckers never listen. Love to convince yourselves I'm dumb. Head full of air. I will make sure you taste despair. I'm done. I will make sure you taste despair. I'm done chilling. It's time to go out. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, and then this is the last one. It's called The Aunties Can't Stand Me. And this is for anyone who's like young, hot, and fly. There's always somebody, especially in the female community, who's mad at you for, you know, looking the way you look, doing the things you do. And this is a poem like, fuck you. So, like I said, the aunties can't stand me. Never did I ever think I would be the harlot, the young, fine, and sexy villainess who cares not for the opinion of others, especially women. Never did I ever think I'd be the one they thought of as the dumb bimbo. But you know, this shit is kind of fun. They can't help but focus on me and envy. Some because I remind them of a distant past, the rest because they always wanted to be me. Either way, they hate me. But here I am again. They want to know why I keep coming back around, especially after last time. I don't give a fuck. And I ignore all the bullshit. That's why he can't get enough of this. Cause that motherfucker can see, clearly. And y'all hate me because you can't chase me away. They want to step on my neck until my head is clear from my shoulders. But I am no punk. I really don't care about your opinions. I know how to handle y'all, old church lady judgments. Y'all had y'all fun, then got saved, so save it. I'm lit, and Jesus loves me. So y'all end up leaving me be? They think it's the silent treatment, but really it's what I want. Thank you for the gift. Fuck the dirty looks, the daggers in their stares, cause I'm still alive, and their tired ass mean girl routine, I can survive. Thank you. Woo!
Give it up for Pretty Fresh. Woo! You never know. You never know how you're gonna change, right? Through time, what you're gonna be. One way, discovering who you are. So I'm glad you're here. I hope you're inspired. We're gonna keep this going with a very interesting poet who always does something unusual. Let's give a big hand for Bill Aiello!
Good evening, everybody. How are you? Good evening, as Alfred Hitchcock would say. 10 years ago today was the saddest day of my life. I'm going to read a poem about it. Maybe you'll be able to discern what it's about. 10 years ago. A decade ago you left me. Life since then hasn't been the same. There isn't anything I wouldn't do to hear you call my name. 10 years ago you said goodbye, the last I saw you move. If only you were still with me, how my life would improve. Where did you go? Where are you now? Are you looking down on me? Do you know that when I pray each day, it's you that I want to see? 10 years have passed since we last met. Life mysteriously has gone on. But the tears still flow often and full. You're remembered by your son. 10 years ago you left me. I've had moments good and sad. But without a doubt, if you were here, those moments would be glad. Thank you. In memory of my mother, she died 10 years ago today. For all that I've accomplished in those 10 years, it would mean a lot more to me if she was here to share it with me.
Keep it going for Bill.
Woo!
Yes, folks. It's hard when we lose someone. They'll always be a part of us, but there'll always be something missing. So, next up, the call up. Another Muse first timer, but another open mic host. He hosts this great mic at the Tavern Brewery in Oceanside. It's the last Friday. They got a live band there. It's a happening time. I highly encourage you to check it out. I'm sure he'll tell you more about it. But right now, we're calling up. Let's give a big hand for David Wolfson! Woo!
Keep it going for Kenny. Woo! Yeah, and the Muse. Incredible work. Incredible performers. I'm going to read a poem first. This one's called Nostalgia. Music plays as you walk slowly through my hallways and you paint my walls. Just in time to take a bow before your curtain calls. We're smoking too much pot, as a matter of fact. Dark Side of the Moon, first time hearing that. And Fleetwood Mac. Creating connection and finding direction. Looking for ways to ease the pain. When those efforts left me fulfilled and I found acceptance, magic was coursing through my veins. Just like Stevie, we had dreams and they were running on replay. Paths divine left journeys once entwined, befallen, as I am now in the desperation of my longing. For I had a purpose among the dynamic, that is to say, you helped me feel okay. I miss that day. I miss my tribe. When I felt a sense of belonging and I felt okay inside. But now I'm ruthless without tools of self-soothing. Nostalgia is a drug I just can't stop using. Pump. Woo! Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Oh, it's hard to get on a stage.
Yeah.
And like Kenny was saying, I got an open mic that I do. Please talk to me about it. It's at the end of the month. It's in Oceanside, Long Island. I don't know if that's any hike for any of y'all. I also do another open mic at the Black Sheep Ale House in Mineola, which is coming up on September 19th. Pretty excited about that. And I decided impromptu I'm going to sing a song that I'm going to release later this year. And my brother, I wanted some validation from him, and I sent him the song, and he called it an abortion. So that's what kind of brother I have. And my family was like, well, you know, you just got to deal with them. And that's the kind of family I got. promised land. Take some time to understand. Lightning coursing through our veins, the power's in our hands. Fade away, clear sky as fire rains. Busy digging my own grave to bury myself alive. Some things never change. Filling my head with suggestions. I know I have been listening. If what you built was all made up, when it comes down, you will be fucked. Mercy on me when it's distorted. Allow me to make my own choices. Am I serving myself? Am I losing control of my emotions? Fade away, clear sky and fire rain. Busy digging my own grave to bury myself alive. Some things never change.
So much. That's what brothers do.
Can he sing? No. That's why he's jealous. He's staring at the ladies.
Jealousy. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're feeling the goodness out there. We're going to keep this thing rolling. Thank you, We're going to keep this thing rolling. Got another first timer at the Muse Exchange. Let's give a big warm welcome to Freud.
Running around all day, so I didn't have time to curate a set really, so I'm just going to do one of my classics, but I think it's a fun one, and I hope you all enjoy it. It's called Football. I find it quite a treat to listen to the sounds of feet as they move along and fall upon the ground, or the other little things like the fins and tails and wings that help the creature small and big to get around. Some might think it's such a bore, but for me, I just adore them and the noise they make and the way that they smile. And you might also find that they seldom seem to mind if you choose to stop and listen for a while. I enjoy the clopping and clipping of the trotting or the skipping of a happy hooky horse along the trail. And a mule as it bumbles, or a deer that runs and rumbles, are some things that titillate me without fail. I can never get to sleep when I start thinking about sheep and their resounding bounding bucking when they play. And maybe you prefer to catch the tramping of a herd of huddled cattle as they gallop in the hay. It's really quite entrancing when a mountain goat is prancing and his climbing clack-clicks echo on the rocks. And don't forget the clomping of the heavy step and stomping of a grumpy, hungry camel or an ox. Oh, my joy, it never ends when I hear some feathered friends flitting forth and back among the trees. I delight around a hummingbird that hovers with wings thrumming, and you can hum right with him if you please. I think it's very pleasant every time I catch a pheasant rustle shuffling from underneath the brush. And my wonders never stopping when I hear the petite popping of the talons of a little runner thrush. Or to hear a crow go strutting down the lane is simply nothing short of magical, though it's seldom loud. But when she flaps and bats her wings, my heart it absolutely sings as I watch her rise high into the clouds. Some feet are very little, but if you work a bit, you'll hear a symphony of teeny footsteps too. I'm enraptured by the laughing of the tiny toe-tip tapping of the scurry of a mouse or mole or shrew. When I hear a hare or rabbit, well, that chance I always grab it as their lucky paws go swinging, springing past. And a weasel that goes darting is just all too soon departing, but I like it for the footsteps while I last. A lizard can be wary, but I like to listen where he scratches, skittering along the garden wall. And the slithering of snakes and the subtle sound it makes is sometimes like it doesn't have a sound at all. Now, if you're very quiet, and I quite suggest you try it, you can hear some feet that fall much smaller still, like the busy beetle bustle or the rhythmic drumming hustle of a marching line of ants around their hill. You can hear the patter-pitter of a hungry caterpillar as she whippers off to luncheon on some leaves. And you simply have to try to hear a gauzy butterfly or moth alighting lightly riding on the breeze. I have often heard the sound of the scramble of a hound or a playful puppy digging at the lawn, or the claws of a raccoon upon some tree top beneath the moon as it clambers down and up from dusk to dawn. I find you seldom hear a cat, if you can imagine that, as they slink around as quiet as a whisper. But the clatter of the cloudbursts of cats is often louder when they pounce their paw pads patting at a whisker. I admit I'm rather fond of noises in a pond or a lake or stream or wetland or a brook. You might just like them as well, but you just can never tell until you go and have a listen and a look. I do like to note a swan or a goose go floating on, or the washy-wishy paddle of a duck. There's the thwapping, thwipping, thumping of a toad as it goes jumping all about the muddy puddles and the muck. Or perhaps that old splash-splish of the tailfin of a fish as she swims along the glassy water's edge. And to hear a turtle trundle, I enjoy the sound of bundle as he plods around a tree trunk or a hedge. It's really very riveting to happen on some riveting. Frog friends will hop upon their logs with thuds. And when they want to snack or they quite enjoy a pack of flies or others evading ring at buzzing bugs. If you get the chance to be along the shoreline of the sea, I say you mustn't miss the sounds found on the sands. There's the scuttle of a crab, a gliding gull might like to nab, and the whapping of her webbed feet when she lands. There's a certain rare appeal to hear a walrus or a seal or other flipper-flapper flopping on the beaches. And there's nothing like a whale who elegantly waves his tail and sends it cracking, smacking down each time he breaches. I think highly of each one, and it's just no end of fun to sneak a peek and listen to them roam. And when I meet a favorite, that chance I always savor it until it's time that my feet take me home. Thank you.
So many wonderful, eclectic poets tonight here. We are the Muse Exchange for those who just arrived. This is an open mic night. The list is still open. If perhaps you'd like to come up on stage, you can read a poem, you can sing a song, you could read someone else's poem. We also have a community muse collage. You can come and be a part of this. Today you don't have to come on stage. Right at this table, there's magazines, there's scissors, there's markers, there's glue. Open up the artist inside. Remember when you used to do this when you were a kid, and then you got older and you're like, oh, I can't make money doing it. I'm not going to waste my time on that. It's not wasting your time. Doing art helps us discover who we are. I encourage you all to try some. If not now, then later at home. We've got another fabulous poet coming up here. He sometimes tells about the people on the block. I'm very excited he's back. Let's give a big hand for Big Fred.
Got me? Okay. My name is Big Frank from downtown Brooklyn. A couple of years back, a friend of mine named Chepa died, and I went on the internet and I told stories about his life and how it impacted mine. And then a couple of years later, Glenn died and I did one for him. And then now it became a thing, and anytime somebody close to me or from my neighborhood dies, I do for them what I'm going to do for tonight. Now I've done a few of these now, and I realized that I've never done one for Moni De Jesus. She died before Chepa died. And seeing how it's the anniversary of her death, allow me to reminisce about an old friend. I believe you die twice in life, once when they bury your body, twice when they stop saying your name. So as long as there's breath in my lungs, I will keep telling our stories and saying our names. The list is called The Fallen. It's on YouTube. I gotta update it, but here we go. If you grew up downtown Brooklyn, you're known for at least three things, or close-knit family or community. Three things that people can say about you when they see you, right? For me, these are the three things I remember about Monique De Jesus. One, she had a crooked smile. It was like a cartoon character smile. Sometimes I see cartoons and I see it and it reminds me of her. She had a weird nose, right? We used to call her Cookie Puss Monique, you know? She had big frizzy hair, which wasn't popular back then, but it is now. I once heard somebody make fun of her saying that she had the kind of nose that you can touch with her tongue. I mean, it was true. If you took any parts of her and put it on a perfect 10, instant uggo, but it worked for her. Don't get it twisted. Monique was smoking hot. She had cinnamon skin, she had a clear complexion, she had an hourglass figure, sitting on 36Cs, petite. Got her looks from her mother, who was also smoking hot. We called them, viejas back then, but, that's because we were young. She hung out with some of the finest women and threw some of the best parties. Thing two, she was forever a lady, way ahead of her time, class beyond belief. Raising my daughters, if they have even an inch of the kind of elegance that she had, elegance that I didn't even realize I liked in a woman until I got older, I'll be happy. Monique was fearless. And thing three, Monique died on 9/11. I found out about it because her cousin was on TV with a picture of her after the towers collapsed and we were looking for her. I went down to the neighborhood after a plethora of phone calls, and I ended up at her house. I remember the look in her mother's eyes when she came to the window. That grief was haunting, and it still sticks with me. No parent should bury their child. The way the story was told to me was that she was on the phone, I'm not going to say with who, trapped. She knew she couldn't get out, and she was saying her goodbyes. Fearless to the end. And her funeral was held at St. Peter, St. Paul's, and it was standing room only. And back then, I've never seen a pack like that for one person, even since. To be revered in the neighborhood so much that everybody came out to pay their respects and say goodbye. For that image alone, I will never forget her. But, alas, she's gone. We commemorate today with 9/11, and somebody else is saying her name, but I'm making sure I say it tonight. I'm also going to read off the list of the people who've gone. So, Chepa, Glenn, Omar, Alex, Richie, Papo, Roots, Free, Guy, Mike Burno, Boxer Angel, Nelly, Lulu, Anne-Marie, Richard U. Barry, Heine, Steve, Chris, Nilsa, and if you don't mind, raise a glass. To my good friend Monique. America will never forget 9/11. I will never forget you. Monique on 3. 1, 2, 3. Monique. Thank you. I'm Big Frank from Brooklyn. Peace.
Yeah.
Let's sing your hands up and pray! All right, ladies and gentlemen.
I practice new stuff,
All right. Remember the people who we lost, and we keep going. We're gonna keep this mic on moving. Matt, you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we've got to that moment. Our featured performer, and I'm very excited to have him here. He is the host of a killer open mic at the KGB Red Room every Monday. It's a wild time. If you've never been there, I highly encourage you to go. I also highly encourage you to participate in the community art collage and perhaps even sign up on the open mic list. But right now, we're going to call up our featured performer. Let's give a big hand for Matt Proctor!
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for having me. Do you mind if I sit? Is that okay if I sit?
You want a chair?
Yeah, I'll get
I got you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you, Kenny. Give it up for the Muse series. It's amazing. I love the spirit. I love the creativity. I love the collage. The magazines. We've got Us Magazine over there. And I appreciate, for me, thank you. Poetry is all about ritual, and I'm constantly kind of following the kind of psychogeography and the kind of waypoints of life and dates and seasons and triangulating the where we are when we're there and trying to kind of consecrate the moment and make everything kind of meaningful and holy. And I'm very honored to be here in the Goodfellas Bar on 9/11. I think that's I'm very honored to just to be in that position, and so I thought I would put together a reading featuring all of my poems that mention 9/11.
because it is just like kind of a part, you know, I don't have any poems necessarily about 9/11 specifically, but it's kind of interlaced. You know, it's just kind of an aspect of all these different parts of our lives. It's still with us, and so let me take you through a kind of a prismatic look at my own personal experience. I wrote a book called 1 Year, 1 line per day for every day per year. This is the line for September 11th. You speak as like the one-way walking down the street of her office. Zero cool. Da Vinci virus based on the events of surviving participants. When will Bob Dylan write a song about 9/11? Love and Theft was released on September 11th, 2001. Does everybody watch movies with captions on now? If you want to view paradise, Mark Summers was my hero, the host of Double Dare, getting mixed signals from the cosmos, ripped torso of Apollo. I have fucked up my life. Thank you. Okay, this is called El Grotto. When at last and nearly quiet, Jim Belushi K911 stopping September 11th with German Shepherd partner Jerry Lee biting Osama's nuts off in the third part of the trilogy. Belushi's career flares in Republican warlord eras. Heavily anti-coke, they were probably all on it during the making. Take one word out of every sentence, the dialogue is in the verse. My mom and Dave, proud to know bikers, their clubhouse was El Grotto. We just saw a PC tower in the home office, 2 backs cap marketed by Gallagher with $100 bills he drew his own face on. Somewhere there's a picture of us under the balcony in the Ohio Theater before his show, which our Aunt Susie took us to, doing Tai Chi on Grand Street. How are you going to keep them down on the farm? What farm? Eventually your body assimilates the parasite. The passenger works backward, a European thriller like The American Friend. I can see his studio and blow up, but that looks like a set of a rock club, not the real thing. Jeff Beck and Jimmy Page on stage with the Yardbirds at the same time. Stroll On, our band used to play this song. He would act with the dog. Curtis Hanson of Wonderboy, Shawshank Propaganda, #1 film of the internet. Make it what it really looked like. Skinned of genre. He knows how to film cities and landscapes, convertible rigged to pan as the camera car, as he fakes his own death, disappears into a truck bound for Alaska, and assumes another man's identity. Biden quit the race, trapped with a concert piano on Puget Island. They can tell that he's not small. There are clues, ways to suss out and deduce. I'll buy you a toy store, just kidding. Prepare the appetizers. It reels naturally slow, sans poise for action. Less violent action, more appreciation. The silence split 9 ways. Hold that thought. Abuse of power. Teeth are cracked. Phone is cracked. Martyr throwing drinks. Miss glass shattered on Claire's head. We were assassinated on John Lennon tribute night. Deep yearning high school theater teacher imagining a neon hive in a gymnasium. Relearning text game. I get off on the pain. A mind fuck. Living through it. I hate this fucking job. It was better when I was paid by the government for 2 years to publicly resent American imperialism. We did what we had to do. Called the Manhattan Project because we knew we'd bomb. It was our 9/11. 2 drinks instead of planes. I'm a phobic for diabetes. Are you on my porn site getting jiggy with it? The monasteries of night offer us poetry. I'm excited to go back to the project tomorrow. Animated violence of innocence. You accosted me on a park bench. It was so nice running into you today. Thank you for saying hello. January 12th, French Overs. The camera describes the furniture, an epic love story set against a historical backdrop. The way they didn't realize things were going to get worse. Sus to me, Pearl Harbor came out 3 months before 9/11. Saving Private Titanic, a life of worshipful service, sweet germ passado, shot of wheatgrass juice, chlorophyll stove double, preparing my nightly monologue, weekly radio address, whatever's drifting and gets caught, a rotating cast, making it new through youth every few seasons, fresh faces to US TV, working hard every week, 26 weeks a year, failed to rise above even the local after decades of hacking it out. I can't imagine climbing the mountain of all that attention. I don't look like they want me. When I was a 26-year-old teenager dying of not serving my purpose, blown far afield by labor, distraction burdens of debt, run down those stairs cracking La Croix, tire wall whoosh happened by veto power, entropic Fed endeavor portends its nugs. How pink in her life. I love pink. I would live there. A fallopian opposite of war. Baby manufacturing living. After 15 seconds of talking, she doesn't want to sit next to me. I need to see a doctor before things get any worse. The infection spread to his brain where it was hard to get out. Playing Todd's girlfriend who's mean to him, written to the show. It's been almost a year since I've seen you. New LEDs on the BK Bridge, missing a 6-inch putt for Eagle. We are dark aristocrats of the night, setting fire to the switches so they stay warm in the snow. I did a movie, I think it was called 9/11 Was an Inside Job, and it was a comedy. It was a stand-up comedian wrote this movie. I filmed it. I filmed it on a 7D. I was one of the camera people, and we filmed it in a bank in the West Village. And I just remember the recurring kind of catchphrase of the movie was 9/11 was an inside job. The guy kept saying that in the movie. So. Future My Ass. This is from my acid chapbook called Bicycle Day. Will Smith understudies 9/11. Instarazzi tonal screeching the demons in my lair. Slandering potential fate accompli. Worst kind of pretentiousness. Singing is the new not singing. Being playful with the environment like the baby. I mean shameless everywhere. Krishnamurti eavesdropping a joint into the piano wire. You must be the sun. You must go to Paris. I know that I would do well in Paris. Distract, and in so doing, focus on what you're trying not to care about. It's the lesson of a neighbor's voice. The only thing I can feel at night when you're gone. Mandatory requirement. They included the commercials. Waiting for my phone to charge, they added poetry to your watch list. It takes me about $10 worth of food to get full. Stroll upon the Shore Boulevard Mall. Bikini Palace yacht prohibited from the bridge. I'm tangerine to you. Windy sun porch. Perfection on a roll. His mom is there, live RNC, day 3, shortly before I left for Iraq. Found 19 loaded handguns stashed all over her house. Guns, God, war, family. Same age as me. Repeating stump speech from 3 summers ago. Gila monster bullfrog stamp made in the USA, anti-China rhetoric. The interview came unwound at the end, not unlike my reading. But the first half was good. In the factories of swing states, the roast beef was overrated. Eventually, in that mountain cemetery, as my children lay me to rest, mowed blue, they revived the other guy by dodging a bullet. My new book coming in 2 weeks, the text going beyond the margins, releasing dopamine in the minds of the listeners. They're yelling he's got a gun, Sauntering by the sea, whale watching, tight, overgrown shoes. Inside Shakes, Breezy Point managed to get a Paul Harvey shout out. For convincing Indiana they were an hour ahead. Same hometown as Bobby the Brain Heenan. What can be unburdened by what has been? Shannon Doherty, Brenda from Beverly Hills 90210, dead at 53. After you. Holy shit, did you hear that lexical polygenesis? 2nd Avenue went down fast. This is what it looked like. He thought I meant a different kind of mafia, older, more Little Italy 70s. Demanding films put me to sleep, so I dreamed them. Nobody cares about the marriage part. Take It Back decor of World Trade Center on 9/11 pizza wall. Pig nose amplifier broke a string on the SG when I pulled the whammy. Same guitar as Angus Young had as a young lad. Dale and Julie had a pig big as a warthog and pissing all over yesterday's dispatch on the kitchen floor. My tennis serve with wooden racket and herringbone trousers had a modest silent grace and zesty forespin, peeking over the wall of the net, springing forward at the corner of the service box, trying to feed the mind life. Lot of pressure. No one's the winner in the family, but my brother finally bought a house. $189,000 in Valley View. Think I'll celebrate tonight at the age of 40 on his behalf. All I've heard for 10 years is wish I could buy a house. Life interrupted Vanderpump Rules. Nebraska isn't going anywhere. It's Bruce Springsteen's best album. It has to happen in the right order. I wasn't sitting there, born to be, born to be. All my senses are awakening, I'll prove it. Every step I take is in victory lane. Low key, he ate. Just saw a Jonas brother in Dimes. Apparently their dad is a super church pastor. Is Disney Christian propaganda? A24 Scouts on Division Street. Zenith Attire membership pays for itself. Sawed down the A&W root beer stand with a script by Bob Gale and Bob Zemeckis. Letterboxd is weaponized IMDb, using big words all over the country. I had to come up with something. Less shared monolithic cultural totems, exponential plenary of micro experiences, in all honored sizes of vantage. Tiger gets a feeling of the distance in his hands. He eyeballs it. Is his hang on tough? At least I'll always have a place to go that gives me peace and rest. I, consonant and half rhyming, swimming as we go. The size of your mirror plumped the money bags. Luncheonette proprietor sporting a Raiden hat. Calling off the affair, I ran into him in Jack's bar. There used to be a trailer out front. They signed up alternating weeks. Big Chungus energy vibed into a storefront. Brick and mortar where they sell our lost childhoods back to us in NBA apparel. Boom shaka laka laka laka. A man in a Gilligan hat ceremoniously hatchets a coconut open with a machete. She orders the salmon. I can't roll a joint on the Mount Everest of Christopher Street Pier where we go to melt with the sun. A popsicle in a bowl is the sky. Valley View off Broad and Hay Avenue, not far from where Shep Hubert and Helga escaped Grandview taxes with more land in the country. One down, one to go. Checking my poetry project email, hit send, going into the Library of Congress. She needs multiple handlers, an entourage of babysitters, 11-inch neck on his sizzle. She's getting his fang. Maybe I'll go after it gets dark. All right, I'll just read one more piece. Thank you to Kenny for having me. This has been a little bit of a career. I read pieces from War Commercial, myself included. 1 year, I read some new works, and I'm going to finish out. This is a piece I don't think I've ever read before. It's named after Little Caesar's Pizza, and it's a New York, I love New York, and we just want to be tender to New York, and we want to show our deep affection for what this city has given us and all that it's lived through, all the eras, all the trauma, violence, and I mean that is a part of New York. But there's so much beauty and there's so much humanity. There's so much fellowship. You know, you have to love people if you're here, because it's the greatest people in the world. That's why we're here. This is called Hot and Ready, everybody. Hot and Ready. Go out, get yourself a $5 Hot and Ready, aka Asylum Street. Thank you for having me. Thank you to Kenny. Thank you to Muse New York. And this is Hot and Ready. Let's not and say we did. A pox of city bikes upon us. Cello in Gutter Moon Townhouse. West 4th banks down and to the right. Purim party, West 11th, in costume. Wish I could party with them. Hanging flyers of Jack Kerouac's face from 27th Street Car Wash to Bowery and 3rd. I really like your tattoo, the layering. In my schedule for you, go away. The party at Art Bar I go to every night, sitting on Lalalo's bench, a cold wind of moonlight. Jack midway between Bank and Jane, reappearance well-worn tracks. Sorry experiments, been all this stuff I didn't intend. James calls it my jazz cigarette. I tell him maybe Gravy, trying to be a gross old guy, which I guess is what I represent. Who I bring to the table. McAllen's 12-year, McSorley's dark. Maybe I'll stop into McSorley's for a dark. A call for investment, an earnings daybook, 40% Williamsburg, accidental Ginzy, stubbing my toe like Stubby K. Getting into some shit on 42nd Street, head tennis racket she carries silently like a weapon down West 4th, which used to be called something else. Let me look it up. Arrow Street? Hell with it, I'm here now. Doesn't really go forth, but diagonally up, slicing the progressively numbered parallel undergrid streets, also skewed exward toward the river, like they tipped or fell off the table. Cubbyhole renovation, stop the destruction. Hope they don't ruin it, wheeling bricks out in reliable red wheelbarrows. Guys from New Jersey confidently demolishing what remaining beauty from Ford F-350, Chevy, Ford, Dodge, Ram, Glenn Beck, Brian Kilmeade, the Radio City pirated by fleece-vested investment bankers, finance and tech criminals. Of all stripes, they should be in stripes. I am in stripes. Hijacking, slashing, cutting, ripping the guts out of old buildings. The reach-around kings, credit debt swap meals, user software dates. Six-pack, this dark, hateful energy startles in a pack of violent white men, abrasive in their presence. Domestic violence vibe, or they'll make fun of you just by waiting at the traffic light. Not all attention is good attention, even in an attention economy. Zelda lent her bus. Brown stoop outside Amphora Tavern on Jane. Stefan's cake shop is looking great, with marble and cursive script in French. My life in installments on the wall facing Hudson. Roebuck, skip this part. Ask Mahmood for a game for $60. Reservations at Dorsia. Food podcast, beware interesting empires, violin gem sheet, Liv Tyler lived here, Raymond Pettibone retweeted my flyer, praise from Caesar, greatest flyer artist of all time. Viewed as new museum retrospective 2017, I think it was, in memory, I like your eyes of fiction, goodbye. I like her as a friend. We're going down West Charles. Rest in peace, Scott Hall. Removed from life support after suffering 3 heart attacks by his best friend and fellow founding member of the NWO, Big Sexy Kevin Nash. Almost like an episode of Nitro. Click, pack, and tag team partner having to say goodbye and put his buddy down. Raymond Pettibone is liking a lot of my tweets. Should I slide into the DMs? I like his pseudo-Elizabethan spelling irregularities and breaching Prince Hal grammar. Fear of not having an out when you enter a conversation. How do we do it so much? Relax, order a splitter for the antenna. The ionic skyscrapers are broadcasting hectic mind signals. Edmund Wilson slept here. Nile Rodgers too. Fuck fast, fascinating bastards at Percy Street. Text me bread and butter on the disgusting Outback. It's after my bedtime. Copyright mailbox, need to text Longback 7 months later after winter open city closing again. On the verge of collapse. Fleet to the sun, hermaphrodite Antilles, watching your every move. You go, girl. Rest in peace, Angel Barber Mayor, singing teacher, beloved spirit of Lower East Side. Gathering of friends mourning at Pangea on Saturday. A dictionary of saints. Church split in half. now demolished on 2nd and East 7th. See the sky in place where the stained glass no longer hangs. Philip Glass lives a few blocks south. Malcolm Cowley walking his dog. Brooke Shields outside Black Derby waiting generously for her car. Andre Gregory lives on Perry and Kenneth Coates old brownstone. Hart Crane, I have disgraced myself. Lou Reed, I'm coming on. A few appearances from the early 70s. Cello, violin, sirens, tartine, corners, Tiffany, awnings, extra virgin, out of business, St. Ambrose, headlights and Ubers, drastically underread houndstooth raincoats, fall over to tomorrow. Today is the tomorrow we worried about yesterday. I have 2.5 years on you, wishing Haley Bieber speedy salvos of recovery. Fuck a shelter, I'll live on the H. Shit posting on Maine, shadows of Jack the Ripper, true crime podcast, themed restaurants, fallen an unsuspecting but hungry public. Casting a pall on all social interactions. The moon is a subway token. Students of New School, FIT, NYU, Stratton 7th Avenue like they own the place. Shit on their CIA denying Bohemia its rightful nest. Dockside low air messages, drinking in the sun, drinking it in. Having the RNC here in 2004 laid the groundwork for pigs to feel comfortable in urban beauty. 9/11, a big wrecking ball, hauled weird stain upstate, choking on the hymns of the ocean. William Hurt died. Many elders are passing. Rest in peace, James Earl Jones, Darth Vader, you are a huge part of our lives. I fearlessly leap faithward, ignorant of evil in the battle for rims of immortal beauty. Crazy tea, it's only summer once. Put it on my permanent record, give it to me straight. Finding sauce in Amelia's daughter, completely denying men. Entwined drew us to its wine cellar basement. No way could we afford it. Condemning the pandemic, the weather in Florida, easy like that frankly dollar on time. Don't take your French as so complicated. Laura Nairo sings plumbing and mechanical. I'll be the judge of that. Tracking number, put a QR code in my will to power. Helen Frankenthaler, Jane Freilicher, Emily Corliss, Nicole Corliss, Lords of the Realm. Transactional nature of my approval doesn't come back like a boomerang that stopped working. I'm aiming for dinner and having it twice. Tavern on Jane, Patio Amphora, Ruby went out of business. That sacred track near Stanley's. She's actually too home in time for Purim. Exporting it to the Dickens. System Lord show for Emily's art closing. People at the subway stop have low seniority. Oh, that's right. Not Arrow. Asylum Street. Between Bank and Troy. Now West 12th. Demolished 1833. Shifting armor candles in the windows at Beatrice Inn, Les Trois Chevaux, Corner Bistro, Swing by Art Bar, and on home. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Kenny. Thank you for having me. Go get your shot box.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, keep it going for Matt Proctor. So, Matt Proctor hosts an open mic out of the KGB Red Room every Monday. You can check that out on Easy Paradise Mag on Instagram. Woo! I highly recommend you check it out. So I hope you're inspired about the things that are happening here. Because we're keeping it going. We got some more poets, we got some musicians, and then we're gonna do our own little jam at the end. Got a couple spaces left if anyone still wants to sign up. The community art collage is growing, but it needs love. You can come right over here to this table. There's scissors, glue, and markers, and you can let out the artist inside. But right now, we're gonna call up a Muse legend. Let's give him a big hand for Rosa Todoro.
So they got uninvited from the bonfire.
Thank you all for being here. Some great stuff tonight.
This one has a new title for old poems. I renamed it. It's called Open House. I'm not haunting you. I only want a taste of the tea you're stirring, mixed with lamplight spilling out your window. Without corporeal restrictions, every street is a candy store, and I lick around your gutters and glass panes, feed on the clinking of clean plates. Parallelograms of shadow glide across my not face. I'm not haunting you, I'm not a ghost, but I am bound to curtains, left open, revealing blue TV light and a cat on the sofa. You won't see or hear me, but something may prickle the back of your neck while you prepare for bed. Think of it not as a warning, but a thank you for small blisses. Moonlight streaming through blinds, my non-shadow against the side of your house. Don't bother with exorcists or mediums. As long as the sun sets, I will find your window and create myself again. And then we'll do 2 more short ones. Alright. I think I read this last time, but I'll read it again. The corner room. I am in the corner room, and I am out on the sidewalk looking up. The corner room is full of nothing but me. By choice, I am rotting here, but at least I have a nice view, the clouds so unrestricted. I wish I were bodiless, too. On the sidewalk, I stop and lift my chin. The windows up there reveal a hand, and somehow I know it's mine. The right middle knuckle scarred from picking. I can never quite give that up. I am becoming part of this corner room, my hair twirling into the carpet, my skin stretching to crawl up the walls, my breath leaving the air conditioner. I think this room may be damned. I'd rather be a space than a person after all. I'd scream, but my tongue is the ceiling fan. She is me up there, more than a hand. I'm not sure which of us the world likes better. And I have one more. This is for Peter. For Peter. It is a beautiful day. The phragmites are falling all over themselves. I'm sorry, I can't make it to the cemetery. So I came to the pond instead. I'm expecting you to walk around a corner, grinning and shading your eyes. My friend, I'll witness this beautiful day for you. The breeze, a sweet smell of unknown origin, the sun on the back of my neck, bird and cricket choruses. It is a beautiful day for living and dying. I'll live some life for you, for you. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got several more poets. Then we're going to come up with our word jam. But right now, we're bringing to the stage a musician, a fabulous human being. I'm very excited to have him back here. Yeah. Woo! What have we got to plug in? Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to tip your bartenders. We got Mike and Andres and Natalie and Francisco working hard for you. We've got lots of other events coming up at Neir's Tavern. There's a comedy show. There's Saturday morning brunch. Waiting for me. We've got the community news collage here. This is the Muse Exchange open mic. We happen the second Wednesday of every month. You can come up here. You can read poems. You could read someone else's poem. You could tell a story. You could tell some jokes. You could sing songs. The mic is open. And right now we're going to see just what we can do. Oh, yeah. Want to test it out? I want to thank you all for being here. And thank you for giving us your attention. Thank you for giving us your ears. And even if you're just here and listening, you know, that we need people to listen too. So thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for coming. Have a good night. Get home safe. What we got? What we got? Ladies and gentlemen, Kazuza!
Give my love just for you. I believe that God created you for me to love. He selected you out from the rest of the world. There is because He knew me. I would love you the best. I had a heart, one time it's true. Just for you. Just for you, you. I give my love just for you. I write your name on the open sails, so all the angels will know and see just how much dear you mean. No, not here. If you're not there on the judgment day, I know you're waiting other way. Just for you, I give the angels back their wings, their golden arms and other things, just to show you what would I do. I go to heaven, oh, just for you. Just for you, yeah, just for you. Just for you, yeah. I'm you, yeah, you, but not you. This is Kuzu Daddy. You know, I just came from. Does anybody know Burning Man?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, my dad.
Yeah, I was there. This is not a Burning Man. This is like burning hell. I mess up my leg, you know. It just you have to go like miles desert, and you don't see nothing. And they give you the bicycle, and they all give you the bike. They flying like a. And I'm in there with the bicycle, trying to catch up with them. It was a terrible day, but I'm the only one not happy. There was 80,000 people. They love it. And all of a sudden, you don't see anything. I said, what is that? Oh, they say this is sandstorm. I said, what do you mean sandstorm? Well, it's gonna go away in a few minutes. And I said, I cannot breathe. Well, I don't understand. Everybody breathing fine. Everybody walking fine. I'm the only one. Listen, you cannot see like 2 feet your hand and everybody happy. And you cannot breathe like, I mean, I never seen my life sandstorm. So it was like, what a disaster day. But finally I came, meanwhile I messed up my leg. I walk like this. Now I'm walking with the cane. Okay, now everything is good anyway. Don't go burning hell. I mean, they say burning man. I think of burning hell. Okay, let's play another song. Can I play another song? Okay. This song is very nice. The name of the song is Summer. I mean, you know it's summer too. But I have to find the song first. Let's see where is the song. Okay, I think so I find it right here, the orange one. Alright, this is summer. There is, you know, the chord is so small, I cannot move, so I apologize that. So I have to move here, and this is the look like, I don't know, he's not a female, it's very difficult to sing somebody like this. And by the way, I'm not a gay, okay, but you know, this is just act. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, you are so hot. Bedtime and I tell you, you give me nice and morning. I got my girlfriend shaking in my heart, 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 yeah. Yeah, you are so hot, and I'm so hot too, obviously. Thank you. Okay. All right, thank you.
Yeah. All right, give it up, Let's give a big hand. Oh, we got a return user here. I'm very excited to see him back. He's an excellent rapper and poet. Let's give a big hand for Steve
Oh man, good to be back. Shit, my brain is like in another place right now, Kenny. I don't know. I don't want to disappoint the people.
Do what you do.
And do what I do. Alright. I'm the last to try. The one to burn a star in the sky. A supernova plummeting at a perilous pace. Hurriedly heading towards Earth scorched without a trace. Crops erase, crop circles the face. Remove the mask in an about face. This is taking a turn for the worse. Flying saucers tossed amidst the mist. Fog-covered citadels, jet planes slicing through clouds. Suffocating smoked-out skyscrapers, crushing bubbles of carbon dioxide and evaporating oxygen. Fuels fricassee the air, glass and steel flipping like a frying pan. Butter sliding off the sides, coating the Teflon surface. Simmering ever so slightly, a sight for sore eyes, surging the surf trying to board tides. Proceed with caution, heat waves in the winter hot as cauldrons, stirred as miscellaneous ingredients tossed in the boiled torches, whatever gets lost in the sauce concoction. It happens quite often. Screams from recipes swapped in silent auction. The portion is out of proportion. Potion causing a commotion. It only spells trouble. Terrible torsion, a twist of fate. Forks laughing as they lifting up the dinner plate. Hunger so harsh it makes the body eviscerate. And leftovers thrown in a pot to integrate. Only thing left is time to prepare a dinner place. And listen to clock tick as you sit and wait. But it's getting late. Thank you. I kind of spit something out while I was doing that. Okay. Kenny, should I do one more?
Sure.
Woo! The answer to that question, I heard someone say, who's your favorite rap artist? Mine is Nas.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so, alright, this is a fucking experiment. Acknowledge, don't engage. Acknowledge, don't engage. Engage, engage, engage. Sometimes I can't move on. I'm too busy, obsessed with the thoughts that are inside of my brain. I can't decide which way I'm going and I'm going insane. Acknowledge, don't engage. Acknowledge, don't engage. But I need to check my pulse because I might be dying. Or I need to check my blood pressure because it might be climbing. Acknowledge, don't engage. Acknowledge, don't engage. Engage, 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 disengage. Why can't I rip my fucking lungs out with rage? Acknowledge, don't engage. Whose advice is that? I'm trying to follow that. But acknowledge, don't engage. Acknowledge, don't engage. I count the ticks of my heartbeat. I blame COVID. I swear I never used to be this obsessed except the time that my mom asked what that spot was on my chest. And I've always been kind of lucky and grateful, and I have to say, acknowledge, don't engage. Acknowledge, don't engage. Is it OCD? What the fuck am I hopelessly deciding inside of my mind where the fucking thoughts won't stop residing? And I got pride in the possibilities, but the possibilities are endless. So I enter, acknowledge, don't engage, acknowledge, don't engage. Maybe next time I'll just stare straight into the abyss. But that's a fucking cliche because I decided that I'm gonna be here today. Acknowledge, don't engage, acknowledge, don't engage. I came to engage with you all.
Yeah.
That was a fucking experiment, so thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are at our final performance of the evening, but then there'll be a little word here where you'll have a chance to come back up here in the microphone. Maybe if you didn't come up and you want to come up now, the possibilities are still there. All right, we got a musician coming up. First time here, very excited to see what's going to do. Let's go make it for Christian Bro! Let's give it up.
I'm on a mission for riches. Changing bits, making switches. Turning dreams to reality. Stacking up my treasury. No time for distractions. Only focus on the actions. All the money in, no money out. That's what I'm all about. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Gotta grind like a sprint. Every hour, another lesson learned. I'm on a mission for the crown. Stacking paper pound by pound. All the money in, no money out. That's what I'm all about. I'm gonna work, no time to work. Gotta hustle through all the hurt. And I'll still go face another chance that I'll tell my day. I'm building empires, setting fires. No one still retires. All the money in, no money out. That's what I'm all about. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Gotta grind until it's spent. Every dollar I earn is another lesson learned. I'm on a mission for the crown. Stacking paper pound by pound. All the money in, no money out. That's what I'm all about. I stayed dedicated, never hesitated. On the path predestinated. Great success, stay behind the stress. I'm the king of my destiny. With the mind so family. All the money in, no money out. That's what I'm all about. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Gotta grind until it's spent. I'm a move.
Where do we find you? Got Instagram?
Find me on SoundCloud as Lex the Rebel. And you can find me on Facebook as Christian Brown.
All right, let's give another hand for Christian Brown. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. If you've just come for dinner, you've come at a very interesting time. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, we've come to the official. What do you want to go up? Do something different. Live! All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to do something wild.
Bing bong.
We've got some instruments that we're going to be passing out. Just go for it. You guys there?
Dude, that was dope.
Oh, thank you.
I love that. Yeah, it was awesome.
I love the essence of your work, and I just gotta say, well, two things. One, I heard that, I don't know if it was like a shout out, but the 824 mention.
Oh, yeah.
I love 824.
Yeah.
The last poem, you had a reference to American Psycho?
Yeah.
And was there also a reference to Mr. Robot?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit, man, that's dope.
Yeah.
Where can I like find some of your stuff?
Well, here, let me give you one of my chapbooks. This is my new chapbook.
Oh wow.
So I just make things like on my printer.
Yeah.
I'm actually, I'm probably gonna. I don't have anything really. I have Instagram and like my YouTube page. I have a lot of readings and stuff on YouTube. So you can check out my YouTube page. But I'm working on I'm trying to publish this book on Amazon.
Okay.
So I can send you like a link.
Yeah, that's from some of the stuff you read tonight.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, that last piece, I was like, my brain, like, because you feel all these fragments of New York City references that I'm just like, wait, that's and Mr. Robot?
Yeah.
American Psycho? Was that? There were a bunch more that I was like, yeah, no, that's cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate your work.
No, I appreciate you talking about that. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
That's like
cool, man.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Oh, really? Okay.
Somebody was talking about the other day.
Oh, that's what's up. Yeah.
They didn't watch like I did.
You were really into Mr. Robot. Really?
Everybody's
love
okay. I've been letting a lot of people down. I've left messages that I haven't responded.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I feel so good. That's like
you
so
stuck around for so long. I really appreciate you being here.
Ready to Dallas,
I hope you're inspired by this evening. If you want, you can give your instruments a little shake. Because man, we live in a crazy world. Celebrating a lot of people's lives tonight. Remember all the things that happened. And no matter what, goes down, we just gotta keep on going. So, and you gotta shake it, I want you to shake it. Shake it, 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 Thank you for participating. All right. What we're gonna do? Come and invite some people to come back up. Maybe you're gonna come up on stage and you want to. Maybe you want to come up on stage. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're ready. Matt, what do you think, man?
Of course.
All right, we're calling back up our feature. Let's give another hand for Matt Proctor.
I will jam anytime, anywhere, any place, with anybody. I love the jam, baby.
You all can participate with us. We encourage you.
Oh yeah. Go get your fucking shine box. Who's ready now? Jiggly bells, shake it out. running dry. Running out of moisture in my eyes, a tear to cry. It's a beautiful night here. Bing pow, bing pow. Woo.
It doesn't have to be that crazy, but it can. All right, ladies and gentlemen, give me another chance. Woo! What do you think? This is your chance, Dave. Come back up here, do something. Read that poem. Read that poem you read for us. All right. All right, let's give another hand for Dave and Alonso.
Hey y'all. Give it up for Kenny. This guy does an amazing job. These things are like holes in the walls that fill the holes in ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Woo! Anyway, it's Suicide Prevention Month, and I just want to let you all know that we are not alone, and that it's okay to reach out if you're not feeling okay. And so many things to be grateful for. I feel like I'm on an episode of Tavern. In a great way, beautiful way. Is it just so you will finally pay attention to me? I've never shared those thoughts and just go back on the shelf, no imposition, no conversation with myself. I wish I knew what I could do to help. I love to perform magic growing ways I cannot forget. I like to mistakes, all the things I regret. Moments that seem not just myself at the time when I'm lying. I wonder if I look for a sign. Do I want a clout of money and fame? Do I wish to cast a spell to ease your pain? Is artistry in me? Does it have honest intention? Or am I the one who needs intervention? Artists should have a desire to share in the real, but an audience is looking for something to feel. So what do I want? What are my dreams? What fills the void and what does it mean? Yeah! So give it up for yourself. Thank you for coming out tonight.
All right. They better get my doing right because I'm looking up straight at the moonlight. And man, it ain't from the trash bin, but it's under the skin. Do you wanna be in front of me? You say, do you wanna be the friend of me? But what happens when we switch sides and you become the enemy? Oh my goodness, this shit was absurd. You went to college like you were Lady Bird. This coming on the dome, this is all 824 if you didn't know. I got inspired by my future of the night. When I came through, I came and set fire. In 824 we trust. In 824 we trust. 824 we trust. I can't be like the sedentary because my automatic might be holding like sedentary. Oh my God. I backed up the Hummer, straight into the grass like it was midsummer. It was a bummer. Now we're getting strike with the lightning thunder. Thor, nah, that ain't 24, but I'm going off the mind and I'm can't score. Like Red King, you can't sit next to me. Like Ex Machina, Isaac. You know I gotta just get the shit from the island, from here to Highlands. I used to go to after school programs that was called Highlands. Shout out to Howie. Now it goes Howie. Like a whole basketball game, the rise is coming straight off the brain. Shit is insane. I set the flame. You gonna hear from here to Great Plains. But it ain't 24. We trust people like, yo, what the fuck is up? Every time I see the production on the screen, man, it means something to me. Ain't 24. We trust. Might be our doom as long as we get a chance to rewind the green room. Because it was sick. People had box cutters and they were going after neo-Nazis. Fuck those dudes. 824, man, this shit is kinda rude. I give you off the top like it's food. Shout out to people that are watching the real flick. You know the real shit. That's the studio production. But they're trying to get close from the heart. They know the true heart. It's 824, man. I bought the spark. This takes the nonsense from here to the floor of the project. And to the project, and back to the block this sponsors. I get on top of this. It probably sounds fucking ridiculous as I'm flipping this shit and I'm hitting it. Shout to the MCs, man, it's the joke. I'm shouting, we climbing that mountain. Who's my favorite artist? I came to spar with, from here to the fucking Martians. No, I ain't Marvin, I just striking, and I'm leaving stars. I'm part hard, get 10 citations. Live on the Live Nation. Shout to Live Nation, cause they still exist. Straight up in the mid, on the top of the mind. I don't know which direction I'm going. Keep the fucking drink flowing. Pouring shots at the bar, yeah. For the 824, 24 hours of rhyme. You don't ever keep a score. For the 824, I sound a little obsessed. It's okay though, because I just reshape the fucking thing like it's Play-Doh. Like philosophies. Shout to the Wu-Tang. Socrates, I lost the words, come back and walk the track. You get lost and tossed in that, like tossed in the sauce. Get lost in the sauce. Oh, like a fucking albatross with a ring in the sky. This dude's like, yo, did you rap or did you cry? I cried tears out of my soul. And man, shout out to Nas, if you know, you know. Illmatic's the record. I just met this dude and he's like, yo, it's the best and it's okay. Nas is gonna be from here until I'm blown away. I'm gonna be able to listen to the tracks, rewind, or if it was written, yo, off the type of the mind that I'm smitten. Getting cold, get the mittens. I'm kinda missing. I'm never missing. Because it's 824 in the vision. I'm just fucking around, sorry. I interrupted anyone's dinner tonight.
All right, we're finishing up. Last call. I want to thank y'all for coming out. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming to dinner and seeing this unusual experience. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here for Muse Exchange every second Wednesday of the month. We'll be back on October 9th. Check out the Muse calendars for all these other great events. You're all wonderful, beautiful people. Be kind to each other. Love each other. If you got something to say to someone, say it.
I'm just saying, like,
Close it out. You're a big crowd. Take it easy, man. I'll give you another, man.
No matter what you're on.
wrote this down. I got lost looking for Asylum Street, so I'm just going forth. They say, go west, young man.
Have you ever made a film?
I'm going back and forth. I keep going back and forth.
I just can't hear anything about film.
They say you can't go home. I got lost looking for Asylum Street.
We'll be back soon. Oh, no,
Have you ever felt less than?
I'm just going to show you the community Muse collage. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again. Mike, can you put the music back on? Or Andres? Woo!
I've never seen that at an open mic.
What, collage?
Like
Yeah.
jam session.